Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
We go! Can't you stop? Defense!
On first down, Flynn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Hey, echo.
On third down, Brewer. Going right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Second and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Go on.
Watch twins. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go. 15 Ronnie. 15 Ronnie. Go. 5.
On 1st and 10, Weaver. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, Paul, of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Get ready. Get it.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw on 3rd down, Weaver. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Flynn, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
On 1st down, Flynn. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down, Brewer. Throw left side, complete. That's Flynn. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
5.
Looking to throw. Weaver going for Metcalf into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down.
It's a foot race. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go, no, hey, rock it.
They run the counter with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weaver. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Weaver. It's caught. Smith.
To number 87. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, Weaver. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cook. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, Weaver. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
2nd and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Jake Butt. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down. Brewer. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
60 mark. You can't block me.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Through it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
To throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of the half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. 8, read.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Check 52. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
61. Matchbox lights.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now again, right side, Flynn. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hatchet. Check.
Hard. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Page. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Miami 1st down and a 14-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
60 miles. Yeah, that's what I do.
On 1st down, it's Flynn, and it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now, so they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Bravo!
53, Mike.
Here's second and 8. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Minnesota.
On the double.
53 is the mark. Watch one.
2.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on second down. Weaver, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Weaver, he's got Smith here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. To throw on second down, Weaver. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Weaver. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, wahoo! 60 miles. Check. Get it.
On first and 10, Brewer. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Get him!
Throwing again. Brewer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 10.
57's Mike 57.
Back to throw. Brewer going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They run, Cook, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Weaver. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a run with Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brewer. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
57 to Mike.
On 1st down, Brewer is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flynn. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he's got this down to the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Brewer. Throw left side complete. It's Patrick. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing on 1st down. Brewer. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking that time for Stills, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Zoo. 57.
To throw again. Brewer. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
At their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Vikings, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.